this is straight facts. I'm talking straight facts. My skin is black and beautiful.
I mean,
Could
we can
never
call it
reach
frequency
that.
if you want.
Love, Mary Jane, money, you can keep that.
Greetings, people, and welcome back to another episode of the new season of the Pure Vibes podcast show with your host, Shaka Hiru, aka the Far the Fresh King, and my gracious, beautiful, talented host right next to me, Miss Lady Lotus, right here.
What's happening, y'all?
Yeah, man. We're trying something new. We're taking this podcast into a whole different thing. We find different avenues on it, and we chose to base this whole thing on life, love, and relationships, and everything in between. So, what we discussing today?
What we getting into? What you feeling like? What's on your mind? Talk to the people.
I had a conversation with someone, and is there a thin line between insecurities and intuition? So today's episode, that's what we want to kick it off with. That's what we want to talk about: insecurities versus intuition, and is there a thin line between the two? You know what I mean? So, as usual, as always, we're going to pass it over to the lady and let her do her thing first. So, what is your whole view on that whole thing there when it comes to viewing things from that perspective? Do you feel like there's a thin line between the two?
I do. It's all relative, though. You know what I'm saying? And they're both very powerful things. I mean, you can be completely driven from your insecurities. And your insecurities are what you believe about you. And you begin to believe that that's what other people think about you because that's what you believe about you. Whereas intuition is a gut feeling about something that you don't know. You just have a feeling about.
But is it easy for those lines to get blurred? Because you have some women that'll be like, oh, my intuition told me you're doing something, but they're just jumping over everything
I think so. I definitely
to find
think so.
something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus it being, like, is it just really your intuition or is this really your insecurities causing you to act and think and move this way?
I think for a man, I would tell my fellas, man, this, ladies, forgive me, this might be too much.
The jewels. When ladies drop jewels, we gotta hear it.
If she's erratic and all over the place, mad, angry, that's most likely insecurity. I would say intuition is more calculated. Your intuition will allow you to have information and hold on to it. Intuition is less reactive than insecurity is. Because you can sit back, collect, watch. Patterns are key when you're talking about intuition, and the way you know your intuition is right, whatever you perceived and whatever you felt, once it pans out and it happens that way, you're like, oh, intuitively I felt that or I knew that. And sometimes emotionally we'll begin to shut down and don't even realize it's our intuition that's doing that. Because intuitively we just might feel that you're disconnected, that you're performing different, that you're getting home a little bit later. Your intuition will shake stuff up. So as men, you really got to pay attention, because if she's driven intuitively, she may not be saying nothing, but she's taking notes.
I mean, I believe that to be true 100%, because if you ever realize, right, it comes a time where women might just be bringing shit up and just slap you with the whole book in your face at that last minute. You're like, whoa, all this was going on all this time, and she put all this in a basket and just held on to it for the longest time. And I don't know if sometimes, but sometimes I do believe sometimes women's insecurities get in the way of their intuition because the line's so thin.
If your intuition is true, it can. Intuition is strong.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I definitely believe so.
And I mean, insecurity is strong too. But as a woman, you know when you out of pocket. We know when we moving out of emotion. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people are just less mature than others. I think anything reactive, you can in a moment make a fool out of yourself.
True.
Sometimes the power is in just not reacting at all. That's where your power is sometimes, because most often men expect that from you. She gonna be mad, she gonna blow my phone up, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that.
That's why I say every woman is different. Some gonna go through your phone, some gonna dig through your pocket, some gonna go searching, looking for shit.
Yeah,
so
that's
now
the insecurity.
So now when they look for something and they find it, is it your fault?
Yeah, because you did it. What you mean? It's absolutely your fault.
Oh shit.
But I feel like the moment that I feel like you in the shower and I want to pick up your phone, I gotta check me. Because what's going on with me that I don't trust him now? Or what is he doing that's making, you know what I mean? I gotta check what's driving that feeling. I never been that type of person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything that's done in the dark gonna come to light. Whether I know it now or later, it's gonna come out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just that type. I don't go looking for stuff because I'm gonna trust you until you give me a reason not to.
True.
And then once I don't, I mean, you be safe.
You be safe. Wild, boy.
Yeah.
But I get what you said. I get what you're saying 100%, and I could definitely respect that. But and at the same time, I can say that as men, we might add into the
insecurity piece.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, we might do that. You know.
Yeah, because if she's insecure, why? If she going through your phone, have you given her a reason to think that you ain't doing what you said you did? You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all just don't understand. Either keeping it funky is just you might keep it 100, and she might be like, you know what? Go ahead and do what you gonna do, because I've been feeling like I want to do what I want to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You might just get your cake and eat it too. You might. So
you would be open to an open relationship?
I mean, I wasn't talking about me. I'm just.
But you feel like that leads us into that though. Do you feel like there's room for that in people's life?
I mean, to each his own. You know what I mean? I don't really. It's where you are in life in a different space and time. You know what I'm saying? Now, right now, I'm 42 and single. It can go either way for me. I can have fun. You know what I'm saying? Have a couple of different friends for a couple of different reasons. Or I can be realistic about the space and time that my life is in, you know? So I choose not to subscribe to things that I'm not trying to be aligned with.
True.
So I don't have casual energy. I got big, fun, safe energy. So I don't just hand out samples. You feel what I'm saying? I don't entertain, and that's romantically.
I don't samples.
I don't pass out samples. You know.
That's crazy. But
romantically, friendships or otherwise, I'm just kind of an intimate kind of person. I'm not casual in my beings, my comings and goings. So I ain't out here just sprinkling Lotus all over the place. You see me?
As you should keep it. You know what I mean? Keep it safe and secure. Because I always wonder about that, man. You know what I mean? Like, some women say, keep it real with me, be honest with me.
And they can't handle it.
And they can't handle it. And then it puts you right back into your turtle shell again. It's like,
but
I'm not going to be real and honest. Because the last couple of times I was real and honest, y'all couldn't handle it.
But at the end of the day, like for me, it's not about the perception on the other end. I just got to keep it 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm keeping it a band with myself, I gotta give it to you that way. And what you choose to do with it, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, that's on you.
Right.
But that's why it's important to deal with people on the same frequency, because you will want to be around people who respect you for being honest. You know, so I'd rather a guy tell me, yeah, I'm seeing a couple of people. You know what I'm saying, rather than him trying to make me feel like I'm the only one, because that could cause me to make decisions with him that I wouldn't if I knew he was seeing other people. You take my choice away to move, how to move with you when you don't keep it funky, and that's where the problem come in at. For me.
I mean, it's called having your cake and eating it too. And in some cases, sometimes.
How about that?
Yo, this woman is something else, man.
Because it's just so unnecessary.
You can't argue with that. When you have too much, I guess.
Yeah, it's gluttony. You know what I mean? And then you're right. You wanted it. You piled it all on your plate. Now you in over your head. You had to eat it all because it's on your plate. You're going to get a beating if you don't. You feel what I'm saying? And then you eat it, and now look at you. You're just sitting there stuck. Sick.
No, I mean, it's real talk.
Sick.
It's real. It's true. It's real talk. I mean,
Look at you. When you could have just been like, you know what I'm saying, this is what it is. And she might be like, you know, I'm seeing a couple of people too, but I like kicking it with you. But that might keep me from, you know what I mean, versus, you know what I mean. You see what I'm saying? Let me move how I want to move.
I don't, sometimes I think that's the problem.
Because it's going to take away your, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But you keeping it funky might make me like you even more.
I do realize
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain, it's levels. It's levels, and y'all just don't be understanding. Y'all think that everybody want to run off into the sunset and get married and all of that.
Because that's the way things are perceived.
I mean, and at the end of the day, we do. But that doesn't mean that we don't want to be in situations where we have the option. Y'all like options, but y'all like to take away our options.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it is right. I'm just, fellas, I gotta keep it to 100.
Y'all want to do whatever. Whole time, if I didn't like you as much as I did, you know what I'm saying? Late, come on. A woman always got at least 3 people in her phone who she can hit at any time, and he gonna respond.
Listen to me.
She will swerve anybody if she feeling you. Even the dude who she been wanting, and she was at him and he wasn't really biting or whatever like that, he swing back around. If I really like you, you make it easy for me to laugh at him.
I mean, that's loyalty. And I agree with you. When a female really into you, you can get that type of vibe.
But that's the type of stuff y'all play with.
But hear the situation now too, though. Some of these women ain't loyal like that. If you know what I'm trying to say, some of them, some of you women are not loyal. Y'all have some skeletons living there, and then when men catch on to it or find out for it, it kind of lose the taste that they, you know what I mean, lose their perspective, their taste, their view, everything of you. I think that's why, me personally, I don't like to go too far back into a woman's past. I feel like wherever me and her meet, I'm gonna keep it there and move forward, because I have stuck my foot in old pie before, and I ain't like. I don't like my shoes with pie on it. Let's just say that.
Here you go.
No, I mean, I'm like, I don't like this feeling. I'm like, you know what? I don't, because it started to change the perspective in my mind now. You know what I mean?
But it's all relative. Like you have to. I get what you're saying, but that could cause you problems, because avoidance is a trauma response and coping mechanism.
Why do you say that?
Because I think it's important to know certain things about a person's past. Right. You don't have to dig it up, but certain things you want to know. Right. You know what I mean? Even on the surface level, you want to know if somebody been married before. You want to know if, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go like I said, plucking stuff up, but certain things is healthy for you to know. You might not even want to proceed because of certain things. It's not about perception. It's about reality. You know, so I get what you're saying, not want to go too far and judge that person on that, but at the same time, I think certain aspects of a person's past is relative to the future. I do.
But how far back do you go, though?
It depends on you. What's important to you? Do you want to move into the future with somebody who you dismiss their past and then it becomes relative, it shows up in your life? Something from their past could creep up. That y'all never talked about. You feel what I'm saying? It depends
on, fellas, y'all gotta agree with me on this one. I mean, well, some of you might. Do you want to know a woman's past, or would you rather just leave her past in the past? Because I feel like
in what regard, though? In what regard?
Like, I don't want to know that you got a train ran on you back in the day. I don't want to know that, you know what I mean? Like, all these type of shit. I don't really want to know them extremities. Like, I think you should probably.
Oh, you mean her sexual background?
Yeah, I think more so than anything else.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, that's I mean,
more than anything.
All right, so we're gonna get into it.
Let's go. What we got? What's on your mind?
All right, so there's all these theories about, is the amount of time that a woman waits to engage sexually with a man, does it matter? Is it significant? You hear about the 90-day rule. You've heard of that, right? And things like that. Because you hear stories about people who connect immediately, they married, they doing well. And you heard about women who waited for months and they hated it and now they don't like them no more. So, I mean, I personally want to know, and I feel like the ladies might too. I need you to get like raw. Like, does it change the way you look at her? Like,
I think it depends on the man too sometimes. Not to, but I feel like if a man really likes his female, I think nothing's gonna change his perspective. You know what I mean? If he really into her, that shit ain't gonna matter. You know what I mean? If it's one of them type of things where he going into the situation and he might look at her a certain type of way because he already kind of viewed her like that anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think that, because I don't think you can put a time or date on natural chemistry. You know what I mean? Not saying that it's not like a really thing to just kind of like jump off and jump into bed with somebody, but I feel like when you have chemistry and connection, and you're an adult about it, and you and two people are two grown, mature adults, I feel like that situation can be maintained and handled, even if that's all that's there. Because sometimes that might be the situation too. Sometimes you might not be.
But does it become just that because it's a respect thing? Because I heard guys say, my homeboys, they say, I mean, is this what she do? You know what I'm saying? Just how, like, we be thinking about y'all. Like, at any point, does it cross your mind, or is it all for you? I mean, but you're a pretty conscious guy. I'm talking about, can you come from a place where maybe you were less conscious, where you were just more in your masculine energy?
My you gotta remember, like, I would be a hypocrite if I said that my mind was always like this. You know what I mean? Like I said, I lived and thought just like your average, every other day guy all the time growing up, because I thought it was the right thing to do. I had to kind of relearn and fine tune myself back into a certain type of mentality. So I still feel like if you really like that female, it's not gonna bother you. But you know how people are though, right? They say that first impression. So somebody might take that first impression, and that first impression might be how they might view you. So I really think that still have to deal with a person's maturity to it. You know what I mean? A person, how mature and how much they can handle it. Because some people, they just gonna really run with that. And like you said, they're gonna be thinking like that. How much time she did this? Is this what, you know what I mean? Like, so.
Can you tell? Is that an energy? Like when you're with a woman, let's say it happens quick. Is that a vibe? Can you be like, oh, she loose or? Women are. When he starts what women are?
Women are excellent at disguising, at hiding, at yeah. So she could be that way and move like a pure saint and angel. You know what I mean? And you
good job, ladies.
You know what I mean? You never know. Women are really good with masking and disguising it. You know what I mean? Until you like feel like.
Is it masking or disguise? It's finesse. Y'all just messy.
Finesse.
Y'all just messy. And then what's funny about men is the shit that y'all be. Can I say that?
Right. I mean, by all means. You know what I mean? Because we definitely gonna get hours in. By all means.
The shit that y'all be doing, we be laughing at y'all. Because you did it and got caught. You did it and you messy. And I did it. I been did the shit. You don't know nothing about it.
No, I would agree with you. Women are way more stealthier in their movements. Way more stealthier.
We like finesse.
Finesse is
we're ladies. We like finesse.
Stealthy is what I like to say.
Yeah, that's the rude boy. No, we're delicate beings. We move.
If you let them tell it, right?
In calculation.
If you let them tell it. But for the most part, we definitely understand as men, women do it better. They're way more stealthier.
Wait.
What?
Is this thing on? What you say?
Now, hear what I'm saying now. Certain things. I can't give them all the credit for everything, because there's definitely some things on this planet that men have done and just do a little bit better, and women have things that they have conquered like that. Is that sexist?
I'm disappointed.
Is that sexist?
I'm disappointed in you because
is that sexist? Am I being sexist right now?
I'm disappointed.
I got to check my feminine, because I'm a feminist. I promise you, women, I'm a feminist. I'm for the ladies. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm a feminist. So
I expected more from you just now, because you started off giving us our just due, and obviously that's what came to mind first. So that's what you believe, and the fact that you navigated from that is very disappointing.
No, am I being a feminist right now? Because I'm saying that we have things that I feel like each one of us do better. Because now when I'm sitting back and think about it,
That's the balance I'm talking about. That's what makes this shit so dope. But because one person always wants to have more without realizing that it's gonna come a time where that shifts. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's gonna need me to be strong, or he's gonna need me to make the decisions. Not because he can't, but he got other things going on that is better require his attention at that time.
Right.
Not that he's better at it, but in that moment, he is better if he tends to that and I tend to this. And that could shift at any given time. And I think that's another place where stuff just gets messed up, because people just want to lock into a certain thing. But life is ever evolving. And if you and your partner can't realize, where I might be like, damn, you know, you used to didn't do that, and I realize you do this now. You've really grown in that area, you know. Everybody's constantly evolving, so you may have to get to know that person again.
Even if you've been in a relationship for X amount of time.
Even more so. You know what I'm saying? We might have to start, well, you never should stop dating and stuff like that. But I might need to make more intimate time where it's just me and you, because I've noticed changes or quirks in your personality that I really noticed that are new. I need to tap into that. You know, that happens. People change.
Because that always annoyed me about relationships, when the complaints of like women is like, oh, we don't do, it's like, I feel like I'm giving so much, but then I still feel like I get these like, complaints about what I'm not doing. So it always feels like what do you really want? It's like,
yeah, that's the conversation. What's her language? Because I find that you know your language, and we try to love in our language, but we have to figure out what the person's language is and love them inside of that. And then once you realize what they need, sometimes that's the question, baby, what do you need from me? And then they should be able to communicate that to you effectively, and then boom, I can meet the need. For some reason in our community, it's like some type of unspoken reward if you could just figure it out. But it's so much more effective if I can just ask you that direct question, and you say, look, when you do this, when you wear this, when you text me and say this, when we go here, I love this, or whatever. Of course, that's what I'm going to feed.
Right.
So I could be dressing up for you and taking you places and doing that, and you really just want me to listen to you. So the communication piece of it is everything. So you thought you were doing it based on probably your needs.
And I wouldn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, because it's not about what you're giving, it's about how it translates.
Right.
Some people like gifts. I love nice things.
Right.
You can give me a gift, but does that mean that you love me?
And that's what I would, you know, I'm like, the time I'm buying you nice things, and I give you things all the time, you know what I mean? Like, I do things for you to express and show you how I feel about you, you know? Why is it that is not being elaborated through those things that I'm doing? Until you got to figure out that...
Because I don't understand that. You know what I mean? It's like a language, you know? Patois being your native tongue. If I don't know it, when you start talking, I have no idea what you're saying. I hear you. I hear a sound. I know you're talking. But I have no idea what you're saying, let alone what it means. You know? So I'm personally a quality time, physical touch. I love affection. I love time. So you can do stuff for me and I will graciously appreciate it and reciprocate it. But I still might not know that you love me or care for me.
So spending time is better than spending money, basically.
It depends on your language. That just happens to be my language.
True,
you know what I'm saying? Because money, if you have money to spend, what is that? Time you gotta make. Everybody's busy. Everybody has a whole world full of dynamics that and obligations that they have to fulfill. So if somebody's creating time for you, or they feel like it is a priority to give you space in their life, to me that's love.
That's facts, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of men, they keep their ladies late. She got money, she got a nice car, pocket full of money and all that, and she in my shop crying.
So at the end of all of that, she's still not fulfilled or unhappy.
Those are things. The things that are most important to me are not tangible. Cause you can give me, and still be emotionally unavailable.
Not true indeed.
You know, I want you. I want a connection. I want the person. Cause none of this stuff, like I said, I could be dolled up in all of it, and we be a mess.
True indeed.
So I'd rather have on my Target outfit and feel like I'm the luckiest woman in the world.
Not true.
You feel me?
Well, you heard it, fellas. You know what I mean? Time.
That's for some. Now, some women want y'all bag. I
try to save y'all, but I try to save y'all and say, yo, save your money, just give time. But once you hear it, it's like, it's more than that.
No, we gonna keep it funky around here now.
I got it. You see? Some of them definitely chasing that bag.
The only money that turn me on is my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I understand that money come with leverage. You know, so I like I said, would I feel special if somebody did something for me? Who wouldn't? Absolutely. But I understand that when people do stuff for you, it comes with a ticket. Can we rap about it? And for a man doing this, that, and the third, it's certain things that he gonna expect. He gonna expect for you to be available to him at a certain way. He gonna just expect certain things. And me personally,
that might be factual and true. And that money start to spend, that bag start to blow. Everything should go the way that I want it to go. You see me? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's the way it should just be sometimes.
I mean, and as a woman who is not afraid to submit, if you got that type of flex and I'm feeling that, then yeah, I don't mind shrinking up for that. You know, a solid woman knows when to reel it in. I'm solid. I know I can hold it all on my own.
Right.
Do I want to all the time? Hell no.
So you don't always want to feel like you have to be strong.
No, that's bullshit, fellas. All that independent, I don't need no man. That's them. But it's a portion of us out here that's not on that. You know what I'm saying? Do I hold it all down? Yeah, I do. Very well. Am I tired? Hell yeah. Do I want to do this all the time? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? I would love a healthy balance in my life in that regard. So if he comes in and he like, the most beautiful phrase a woman can hear is, baby, I got it. You hear a couple of those a week? Yeah.
We taking notes.
Yeah, that we start to pour, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
We taking notes.
Y'all say we talk too much. Get on your shit and watch what happens.
I mean, I don't mind a woman talking a lot if she have a lot of good things to say, insightful things to say. I don't want to hear nobody that talks a lot with nothing good to say, period. And I mean, man, woman, or child. But, you know.
Good is all relative, though. Because just because you don't want to hear it, don't mean that is.
Well, that's why I say relative is what I'm.
But it might be important.
It could be important to her. Like, I'm going to listen to you. Doesn't mean that it's going to be important to me. You know what I mean? But I'm going to be empathetic to what you have going on.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
No, I'll empathize. You know what I mean? I'll empathize. It's just because it's not, you know, you might like that music right there. I might not like it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna leave and go home about it. I'm gonna rock back and chill. I might not want to dance or boogie to it, but I'm gonna sit back and chill and listen to the vibe. You see what I'm saying? And when my tune come on, I'm gonna get on the floor and get mine to express how I feel about it. But if it's not my tune, it's not really my cup of tea right there. You know? I just sit down.
Sometimes it's, you know, it's nice to broaden your horizons. You never know what flavor tea you like if you never tried any other one. But I'm just saying, you know, champagne is my vibe, but that don't mean I won't sip a little rum with a little Don Julio. You heard me?
But that's what I'm saying though. It's not like engaging is a problem, you know, because you're sitting there absorbing it. You know, once you're sitting there in the vibe, you enjoying the vibe.
Absorbing and engaging is two totally different things, though.
Tomato. You see how? That's how it gotta be sometimes. You know what I mean?
The fire come on and then.
That's how it gotta be sometimes, man. It's semantics. That's all it is. You know what I mean, fellas? That's all it is. Well, yo.
Ladies, sometimes just let them have it. It makes everything so much better. You see that? Just let them have it. Cause I could really keep going.
I mean.
But you know.
We ain't gonna.
I like your shirt, so I'm gonna let you have it.
Your hat is fresh. You pattern your style after.
I mean,
so
it's
you
fitted or
definitely
whatever.
fast,
You've been doing your push-ups or whatever.
You see a boy, you're trying to get big for the summer.
You see him?
Yeah, she up here trying to blow me up. Yo, it's been another episode of the Pure Vibes Podcast Show with your host, Shaka Heru, aka the Fire, the Fresh King, with my lovely, gracious co-host, Lady Lotus right here, saying peace, love, and prosperity. Until next time, kaboom! Keep it locked.
Questions you ask. Look at my skin, how it black. All I rock is J's and Air Max. We moving forward, never turning back, and that's everything we talk, everything.